You remember how it was all kind of cute. You got your friends or whoever. Matter of fact, Jason said something the other day. Oh, it's been 1 month. It's our 1 month anniversary. Really?
What is that?
What is that really? But you have, you're young. You kind of stringing along these
Little
days.
milestones, you know.
So you try to put them together.
Right.
But in a marriage, man, it's when that date starts. That's where it begins.
That's right.
So let's talk about it. Hello, I'm James Lee.
And I'm Tasha Lee.
And we are Elevate Marriages.
Hello, everybody.
We are marriage experienced 20 years as a married couple.
Yes.
We are excited about marriage and all the benefits that it brings, and that's what we want to give to you. We talk to you about our experience in marriage, the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Right.
And try to help you to take your marriages to the next level. We don't proclaim to be anything other than vessels to be used by the Lord to deliver a message that many, many people need to hear. So that's why we're here.
Absolutely. In no way do we say that our marriage is perfect or we know it all or whatever the case may be. What we want to do is share with you what we have learned.
Right.
Plain and simple. So if you would like us to be your personal marriage mentors, or if you have a question about a situation in your own marriage, please reach out to us at thelees@elevatemarriages.com.
Absolutely. So let's talk about this. These puzzle pieces, marriages. You hear about folks. Yes, that's what they do.
I don't know the rest of the words, but
they come together, right, as a married couple, and then someone decides they want to be separated, or maybe they don't want to be married again anymore.
And let's be clear, real quick. I know the opening was there, and hopefully you were listening to that. We are not talking about dating. We're not talking about that's my girlfriend, that's my boyfriend. If you still say that,
not at all.
We are talking about husband and wife. You are married.
Yes.
Okay. So
that good covenant love.
Yeah. There you go. That's what we're talking about right now. Okay. So let's everybody on the same page.
Make sure we're on the same page.
Okay.
In here.
Good deal. All right. Now.
So we get married, and I decide I want to get up out of here because I'm tired. You don't fold my clothes the way they need to be folded, or scrub my feet that they need to be, whatever ridiculous reason it would be to go. And I'm gone for a year. It was that serious that I left for a year. And let's say I come to my senses and, hey man, you know what? We back together. If you let me back in.
Right.
And we make another 5 years.
And then I decide, I'm tired of this. You don't appreciate me. Whatever the case may be, I'm done. I'm leaving. I'm going to stay with my mama.
Yeah.
For another 6 months. Maybe even longer than that. Sometimes people are separated for years even. And then, I see him again. He looking kind of right. Okay, I'm giving another chance. And we get back together.
Yeah.
Were we ever really apart, though? Because we were still married.
You were married?
Yes. Okay, so then you're back together.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So now we're looking at, 8 years of marriage? Let's just call it 8.
Right.
3 years of separation?
You really only been married for 5 years.
Yeah, what's really going on? I mean, come on.
And then we're not gonna even talk about you were in the marriage in the same home, but you weren't working on it. You weren't building the marriage, trying to elevate the marriage.
Absolutely.
You were just there.
You have to be active in your marriage.
Right.
And the way to be active in your marriage is to be present in your marriage. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. Period.
Yes. So we just saying, quit claiming all these years and, oh, we've been together, blah, 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 this long, that long. But you haven't really been.
Yeah, because we saw you at the last family reunion with your girlfriend.
Oh, wait.
You know what I'm saying?
I hope you don't go that far. Don't go that far.
Some people will, you know.
They do.
Some
they
people
do,
will.
They do.
You know, they feel
and
like,
again, no judgment on it.
no judgment on you. We're just trying to tell you how to keep it in the lanes.
Exactly.
How
and
to bring it back
that
in.
Things do happen. And things happen so much that you are ready to go. You're frustrated and tired of this and tired of that, and
Right.
things happen. But how much effort are you really putting into making it better?
Absolutely.
Or is it just easy to run? And that's what it usually is. It's easier to run. Nothing against anybody who does the whole separation thing once you're married.
Right.
Because if that works for you, great. Again, as we said, we're talking about what we see. How is that helping the situation when you're separated? How is that improving the marriage? How is that working on the communication, the connection, any of that? And then you expect to come back together and all's well.
Right.
It just doesn't work that way.
Now, and I know some people will say, oh, well, we just need to take some time apart, or we need to, you know what? I don't know where you live, but I'm certain there's a living room, a bathroom, probably a garage, another bedroom. Take that time apart. Now, hopefully you never have to get to the point to where it's physical, right? Because that's very volatile. So if it's a physical situation you need to be removed from, I get it. You got to go, cooler heads can prevail. But if it's just something that you guys can't agree on because you like this and she likes that, or he won't do this and you won't do, come on, guys. Separation, the only way to get better at what you need to be doing is to work on it together. Because the way the enemy can attack you is when you get alone.
He was reading my mind because that's exactly what I was going to say.
When you get alone, he might test
Divide
you.
and conquer.
When you're together, he might test you. He might come up and be like, oh, you know, let me get up in there.
Right.
But when you're by yourself, oh, you out there, and he's just like a lion waiting to pounce on you. He cannot attack you if you're deciding, you know what, we're going to dig in our heels, we're going to work on our marriage.
With God.
We're going to be in it together.
Right. Together.
He can't do it as easily, I'll say that, as long as you make that decision. But I'm telling you, if you're by yourself, every little distraction, you'll start thinking about things that you thought you were over from years ago. Mm-hmm. It'll start to come back to your mind, and then you'll start to build that resentment. And before you know it, it's been 3 years that you haven't been home with your spouse. So it's important to do your very, very best to remain together.
Yes.
Reach out for a resource, someone that can help you, that can mentor you, that can get a different perspective. I know 2 people that do that kind of stuff.
You're looking for somebody.
Just in case you was asking.
Just in case.
But it's important, and we wanted to kind of talk about it because we know people do it, but we don't get it. We don't agree with it, and you may not agree with us,
and that's okay,
and that's fine.
Right.
But we just don't think that you being apart will make you closer
together.
It just won't. That just makes no sense.
So we really talked about how long have you really been married? Rather that's in the same house, but not acting as married people act, working on your marriage, building it up. Or if you've been separated, really take that into account. What are you doing? How are you doing it? How are you continuing to strengthen your marriage day in and day out? Because it is something you have to work on daily. It is. Definitely something you have to work on daily. It is. And you have to work on it together. I don't know what we were looking at about the whole 50-50 or...
marriage?
Yes, were we talking about that the other week? It's not 50-50.
Oh, yeah, no, not at all. Oh, that was one of the That was a couple of weeks ago, the marriage myths.
Yes. So, it's not 50-50. It's I'm giving 100%, you're giving 100%. And we do that together.
Absolutely. So being separate is probably that 50%.
Or less.
Excuse me. Yeah, because you're not there.
Yeah.
You're not there. So that's what was on our heart for this part of it. It's really not real deep, not real profound.
Not at all.
It's just it's kind of a commonsensical kind of deal that you need to be together to stay together.
And that's what marriage is. So
include God in it.
Absolutely.
Can't express that enough, that you need to include him in it. And when we say that, we're meaning that make sure that you have a relationship with God so that if it gets tough, you can go to him, talk to him, pray to him about your spouse and about your marriage, so that he can kind of help to strengthen and give you that extra you need to go to the next step.
Right. And of course we know that God created marriage, so it's his to start with. But that relationship that James is talking about starts with you.
Right.
You as a wife need to have a relationship with God. You as a husband have to have a relationship with God. And that's what strengthens the marriage that he gave to you.
Yes.
So just keeping that in mind.
Absolutely.
Keeping that in mind. Food for thought.
So if you're dealing with that, again, no judgment to you. If you need help with it, we're here to help in any aspect you need us to. If you know of anyone else that may be dealing with it, please share this information with them so that they can understand and know that they need to stay in it. Stay in it to win it.
Right.
All right. Well, until next time, I am James Lee.
And I'm Tasha Lee.
And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Peace.